Eagles versus Commanders, I've been waiting on it ever since they passed us back on Christmas, but the gift is in the present tense. Been a week for Washington and I ain't talking presidents. 30 whole years since the last time they were relevant. All hail to the kings of the name change. We got Hall of Fame tackles, we ain't in the same lane. My oh my, lot of big dogs off leash. Saquon really all bite, no Barkley. Buffalo and Kansas City, what a plot line. Mahomes getting more calls than a hotline. Give me dollar bills, all Josh should do is drop dimes. It's an arrowhead shot, three-peat and some chalk lines. That's the way the James cookie crumbles. Buffalo applying pressure, bet they force a fumble. Taylor Swift up in the suite, I knew you were trouble. I see y'all in 2 weeks where they make the gumbo. Eagles versus Commanders, I've been waiting on it ever since they passed us back on Christmas, but the gift is in the present tense. Been a week for Washington and I ain't talking presidents. 30 whole years since the last time they were relevant. All hail to the kings of the name change. We got Hall of Fame tackles, we ain't in the same lane. My oh my, lot of big dogs off leash. Saquon really all bite, no Barkley. Buffalo and Kansas City, what a plot line. Mahomes getting more calls than a hotline. Give me dollar bills, all Josh should do is drop dimes. It's an arrowhead shot, three-peat and some chalk lines. That's the way the James cookie crumbles. Buffalo applying pressure, bet they force a fumble. Taylor Swift up in the suite, I knew you were trouble. I see y'all in 2 weeks where they make the gumbo.
I'm so excited. I could not be more excited for this week. Listen, already surpassed every expectation the Bills were expected to do this year. It's not even close. Like, we were not expected to be in the playoffs the way everyone was talking at the beginning of the year. That, Miami and Jets were going to be the fighting for first. We might sneak in a wild card spot. It was all we heard. This is Josh is down here. $70 million in dead cap money. Josh lost all his all-pro players. It is a sweet, sweet game to play. And truth be told, win or lose, I hope the officiating is equal across the board. I really do. I don't want any bad calls. I wish that we could, in this day and age, just review everything. Right? Like, they'd see it. There are subjective moments in it. But more often than not, those bad calls could be corrected. How we do it? Replay assist to determine that ball was out of bounds. Oh, he threw a flag. No, he didn't have to throw a flag. Oh, well, they called it they called it complete, so you have to throw a flag. No. Sometimes they'll say it's just they saw it upstairs, so they just call down. Well, can't they do that on every play? No, not every play. Well, what are the plays they're allowed to do? We don't know. There's no definitive. Just when it's egregious enough, they'll correct it. It's the dumbest thing. They need more guidelines for that. Has anyone found them? I can't. I can't find what calls fall under replay assist and what calls need to be challenged, because literally there have been multiple games this year where I have watched an out-of-bounds catch get reversed and then them have to challenge one. Cheese and rice, just pick one. John, Javier, Jason, Scott. What up, Scott? How we doing? We going to get a downtown tonight? We were doing a downtown hunt on Whatnot the other night. It was actually kind of fun. We were going to give away a ton of credit on we were selling packs. We're going to probably do that again Saturday, guys. That's the plan. I'm going to hopefully be a little bit more organized. It was still fun. It went well. Jalen Wright. We just kind of went. There's a nice Keon Coleman. Him versus Xavier Worthy this week. We just kind of went with the flow of what people wanted and what was doing well and what we were having fun ripping. Cade Stover red for the Texans. And Josh, Jaden, and JJ. That's funny. They were. You're right, Scott. Good catch. I really wish Houston would have won, not because that's against the Chiefs, but we would have been in Buffalo for this game, and that would have just been cool. But it would be just as sweet to let no confetti for us in Kansas City. But there's a nice C.J. Stroud Panini instant. Trey Benson. What up, Tom? How we doing, man? Tom, I saw you. Are you a Ravens fan? Are you from Baltimore? Or you're from Maryland, I saw, not Baltimore. Mark Andrews finally came out and made a statement today after all the death threats. And what he said was really cool, actually. Jason, are you rooting for the Chiefs? Who's your team? I said, I think it's like 93% of the NFL non-Chief and non-Buffalo fans. Take out Chief and Buffalo fans. I think it's like a 93 to 7% split rooting for Buffalo. Ooh, do we have a downtown? I see something shiny. Who's your team again, Jason? Isn't it Minnesota? You just hate the Bills. I think you're Minnesota, aren't you? My son's a Vikings fan now. He won. So listen, he had a. Oh, there's a nice JJ throwback rated rookie. I thought you were Vikings. So listen to this real quick. Oh, all right, Tom, I'll get to you in a minute because I'm going to talk about the Patriots in a second. But I will say this. My son he's like a very frugal kid. We'll go to the store. My other son, my youngest, will beg for a prize, beg for a present. And my other one's like, nah, you don't need to spend money on me, right? Like, he'll be like, we'll go get Happy Meals. Like, just give me a burger. I don't need the soda. I don't need the toy. Don't spend the money. Like, that's how he is. And he's been having a really good week. So the other day we're at the grocery store getting stuff for our Bills party. And he goes, dude, they have Game of Thrones lottery tickets. And they were $10. He's like, could I get one? I was like, you want to? He's like, it's Game of Thrones. I'm like, all right, cool. So I get him one. Doesn't that little mother win $50? He's like, and the first thing out of his mouth, Jason, is, can I get a Vikings jersey with it? I said, you absolutely can. You know what I mean? Like, listen, it's like a charity gift. If the kid wants to be a Vikings fan, it's like a Make-A-Wish gift at that point. Like, he's just asking for failure, but whatever. And so I said, the only thing is you have to wait to see if he wants Sam Darnold. I said, you have to wait and see if they re-sign Darnold, because if not, you'll get him for like $10 on discount. I like that you root for the opposite of me, because you think it would bother me, but it doesn't. But I love you for it, Jason. Give me something to try to get mad at. Jalen Wright, I will say there was a person at my house that thought it would be cute to take a shot, a fireball, when the Ravens scored. Needless to say, he didn't get any of it down into his mouth. That shot disappeared about as fast as the Ravens Super Bowl hopes. So yeah, it's one of those things where it's not okay in my house. You can do it outside of my house. Welcome to the pain. Listen, you know what? He could be on the Bills train at the perfect time, but he's gonna switch over to let's switch over to the Prison Box. Now we'll do Absolute. So anyhow, Tom, I gotta ask you: have you always been a Patriots fan? Because I've been talking about the Patriots this week a little bit with some people. So have you always been a Patriots fan, or And I'm surprised you still are. Most Patriots fans decided to jump over to the Kansas City Chiefs after Tom Brady left. After they left to go to the Bucs, then they went to the Chiefs. Eventually, they'll hop over to the Bills if they start to become the champions, because that's what a lot of those fans do. But the reason I asked that, Tom, is because, listen, I never was a fan of Brady when he played, but it was mostly because he always kicked our ass. Like, it was just like, it was a reason we would always lose 2 games a year. We were short a game or two, like 7 out of 19 of those seasons. It was even more. Like, I think 9 out of those 19 seasons that we went on a drought, we were short a game or two. It was the Patriots, always. And, it sucked to see someone in our division always there's a nice Brock Bowers, have so much success. And I'm not going to say the dude never got calls, but it never. And I watch a lot of Brady games. I was at a few Brady games. I watched Brady play in Buffalo at least 3 times. I took my kid's first game in Buffalo. Matter of fact, I don't know if that picture's up anymore, but I have a picture. That was a Brady game. But, man, I don't ever, there's a Spencer Rattler, remember the kind of egregious calls that they get now with the Chiefs. Jason, you've always been a fan. I believe you. I know that, at least from the group. Burners, Devin and Chan going out to Miami. Both patches Miami so far. Who got them Dolphins? John Stevener. But when you got like people putting the fact that there's a nice Keon Coleman, that the Chiefs get called. The best part was how Mahomes came out and he's like, I didn't flop. What are you talking about? I'm playing football. And said it with a dead ass straight face. I'm like, do you think people didn't watch your playoff game, boss? We all saw it. Just be like, yeah, I was trying to get a call. Or like do it tongue in cheek with like a little kind of giggle, right? Like, play around. But don't straight look at us and lie. Malik Neighbors, rock out. Nice card. That bothered me. It's just like straight up lying to our faces. Like, I wasn't trying. I didn't flop. I guess we're all blind then. But no, I hope it's a good game either way. Listen, if this is where our season ends because they just outplay us and the calls are good. In the first game, they were pretty good calls. I can't say the first time that they were bad calls. And that has nothing to do with the fact that we won. There's an Audric Estime. The fact that we won has to do with there really weren't any egregious calls. There were ticky-tack on both sides that could have been called. Nothing that was like a third and a fourth and long that ended up being an offensive or a defensive hold or anything like that on either side of the ball. There was nothing game-changing in that game. However, let's do this Prism. However, if we lose like that, and you get outplayed, I think that was the hardest things for the Lions to swallow in a loss. But in the end, it makes it easier. Like, we just, kind of stuck. We didn't play well. It wasn't like there were bad calls. There may have been some missed calls here or there, but, when you get blown out or it doesn't really affect the game. But that Houston game might have been one of the worst lopsided call games I've ever seen. Would you agree? They were just constantly, it feels like. How do you guys think this? I normally put up a poll and say pick the winner, but I want to see score predictions. Give me score predictions on the Washington-Philadelphia game. I think that's such an awesome NFC Championship the way Washington's playing, and they split in the regular season. So tell me, what do you guys think? How do you think that game ends? Give me your score predictions. I want to see where you guys are at. Derrick Henry, Bijan, nice looking card. Jeremiah Trotter, rookie for the Eagles. Birds going out to Rob. Give me some score predictions, guys. I want to see them. There's a Wes Welker Silver. Tyson Bagent. Jalen Wright, rookie. Oh, man, that would have been nice if it was a JD. Jonathan Allen. Playoff. Tip Ryman. Khalil Shakir. Theo Johnson. And ETN Silver. Washington. Oh, you're going Washington. Is that just because you hate Philly, or you genuinely believe Washington takes it down? Is that like a wish or a belief? I think we're all in it. Even Philly fans are like, I'd like to say we can blow them out, but we don't finish games like that. We always have those 27-24 as literally a Javier. I think that's what the score an Eagles fan said to me today. It's going to be like 31-28, 27-24. I'll be honest. I am definitely worried about Xavier Worthy and the plans they might have for him against us. I can see Reed plot. I'm talking about the Bills game obviously now, because you don't like Philly. It's more of a hope than a. You wouldn't bet your paycheck on it, but you're gonna wish it into truth. He is. Well, is it true? I read this, and I want to look it up more. But apparently, he does VR training at 1.75 speed with the plays the opposing team's expected to run and how to look at different coverages and stuff like that. And that was one of his kind of requirements when he was drafted by a team. That he spoke with the teams about. He wanted that to be available. George Pickens. I saw there's a George Pickens youth football camp. I'm sure that goes off without a hitch. No problems. No arguing, no fighting. I'd like to see what he teaches. Bucky Irving. $34-32. Jason, that's an interesting score. Isaac Garendo, red. So a lot of you guys have over 50. Let's see, the lowest is 27-24. So that's 51? 52? And we got a 66. Listen, if the refs call bad calls, they're going to make sure they win. It ain't going to be about that. I believe that. They're not going to kind of ticky-tack and hope that we pull through. I really do think they're going to let him play. I think it wouldn't be worth it for the NFL. Not that they can't make bad calls. Bad calls happen. But it's the obvious ones where it's countless videos of a ref having a hand on a flag like before the play, like ready to rock, ready to roll, thrown way after the play's over on an incomplete pass. As long as there's none of those bailout calls, there may be bad calls. The things that get me are defensive holding, where they don't show it. There's like no evidence. Illegal formation on offense, which the Chiefs do get that a lot. The Chiefs get that. The Bills get that a lot. That could get interesting because it is such a subjective call. And it's like the way they line up a lot of these. And then we really need to see if we get any false start calls on the Chiefs with their one dude. There's a Brock Bowers. Their right guard. Always jumping. It happens a lot. Justin Watson. There's a Spencer Rattler. Come on, give us something good here. Ah, there we go. Chicago Bears, Badgett, Trey Forsman. That's a cool signatures card. Go ahead, hit me with your Bills guesses. Let's see what Jason's guess is for the Bills game. Cool Badgett and the blaster. All right, time to get to our hits. Again, guys, if you're around on Saturday night, pop into Whatnot. I was very, honestly, flattered, I guess is the best word. I don't want to say honored. Flattered that I had a couple of people say, I just finally downloaded this app for you. I will say the one hardest thing that people had to get used to for Whatnot is getting over the shipping, the initial purchase, like your first purchase. And, then it goes down to, $1 something on your second. By your third purchase, it's free shipping. Third or fourth, it's and then it stays that way. And I know because I purchased or Whatnot just to see how it went, and I was like, once you do, it gets easier. And then Wes came in and did it, and he was getting steals on our Whatnot stream. He was getting a card $2, $3. He's like, this is awesome. And then a couple more people got the free shipping, and then I don't think Wes got as many good deals after that, but. Did you say 24-20? Think it's going to be a little bit of a defensive game? I think it's going to be higher scoring than that. Go ahead, the rest of you, get your Bills predictions in. Thank you guys for coming in and hanging out tonight. I like that we have people finally talking. Yeah, I definitely have a lot of anxiety this week. Every week last week was a week I did truly care about that game the most. We haven't been back in the AFC Championship since the 13-second game, but I definitely wanted to get at least to another AFC Championship, especially this year. There's a Nick Bosa rookie contenders. I think getting over that hump of the divisional round is big. I saw the finalists in MVP. I just saw Jared Goff here. Jared Goff, Joe Burrow, Saquon Barkley, Lamar Jackson, and Josh Allen. A lot of people have Lamar in it now, even though he was not an underdog, but I think plus 350, 400 going into the end of the season. Miles Sanders, Arthega Wayside. Bills 34, Chiefs 31. Oh, Tom, that would be an awesome game. I hope that's true. I saw ratings are down a good bit this year for 8% on the divisional round games, and they were down 7 or 8% on the. Woo! That'll play. On card, Kyler Murray, Arizona Cardinals. Bang bang! What up? That'll play, dude. Are you in here, Donnie? I can get that magged up for you if you like. There's a McCole Hardman. Joanne Williams. Autograph for the Patriots. New England going out to Carl. We got DK Metcalf and Marquise Blair. Well, I'll tell you what, Donnie, I'm going to mag that up for you and sticker it. If you don't want it, it's okay. You can just message me and say, can you take it out before you ship? I will be happy to do that for you. Oh, wow. Yeah, and you know what? That probably was a good 80 to win 1,600 is good because winning back to back is not common. Obviously, I'd like to see a Josh MVP. I'd rather go to a Super Bowl. So I think the hard thing for Josh should be to lose this game, not see the MVP. At the same time, sitting through that award show knowing he wasn't first team All-Pro, he didn't get MVP, he didn't get to the Super Bowl. I think that might be the Bills need him to find success before his contract comes up, and he's like, maybe I need to take my talents elsewhere. Because he is Buffalo. That would be absolutely devastating to Buffalo. But yeah, I'll tell you what, I'll think of you if Lamar wins. That'll be cool. Oh, hey man, Javier. That Kyler Murray? Yeah, could you imagine getting a crack? I mean, that's still a good card to get. He's still a hyped up QB. I think he still has a good chance to find success. You're talking about Kyler Murray, right, Scott? I would say that in that year, though, people were chasing Danny Dimes just as much. But, you know, listen, 2019, we got Terry McLaurin, A.J. Brown, Kyler Murray. Yes, Daniel Jones is the backup now. I have a feeling that dude's going to find a team to start on. He might end up being more of a Fitzpatrick style float around, but I think he'll find some success. Mac Wilson, Cleveland Browns. Cleveland going out too. Joseph Taylor. It probably is the top name in this. I mean, you got DK, AJ, you got some receivers, you got Josh Jacobs rookie stuff in this. It's not a bad... Listen, for the price point, this is why we got some more of this. For the price point, I think this is a great break product. You have like good opportunity to get good stuff. Jordan Ellis, it doesn't break the bank. I wish it was set up like this year's Contenders, where it's just really like parallels and hits. The way they did Contenders this year is the way it should have been every year. Riley Ridley. We got something shiny coming. It's going to be our parallel. All right, not a bad name here. Julian Love. Not a bad name at all. Going out to the New York Giants. Christine, who I believe is a Giants fan. Short career regardless. Who's that? A short career. Daniel Jones? Oh, you're doing a Kyler Murray joke. I get it. I got it. I saw who said it. Dante Pettis, championship ticket out of 99. You think Danny Dimes is? I was honestly surprised we didn't see him a little bit this year after he got traded. Josh Oliver and Quincy Williams. What, you don't think they're going to re-sign Darnold? And if not, why not McCarthy? McCarthy will be ready to go at the start of the season, right? Josh Allen, Rookie of the Year contenders. Oh, that's right. He was the year after. Who Love is this? Yeah. He's a good player, though, right, Scott? All right, last box. Just a reminder, because I know we got at least one new guy in here. Reminder, if they're in Pro Look Uni, they go to that team. If they're in College Uni, they go to their current team. NIL cards will get random. Although it's 2022, there's somehow still some NIL guys in here. But I saw a 28-year-old punter just hit the transfer portal. So we might start out with one. Some good stuff coming out of here, though. We have pulled some nice stuff. All right, let's see it. First one up is Tyler Van Dyke, 14 out of 99. Tyler Van Dyke is still with the SMU Mustangs. See the one that played for him this year? Oh, no, Wisconsin Badgers. So that'll be an NIL. We ran them up at the end to everyone. Aiden O'Connell will go to the Raiders. 2 out of 75. Raiders going out to Scott. There you go. See, that's why I'm a huge Eli Manning fan. He took one away from Brady. I have to thank the Lord for that. Jaden Rashada. We're gonna have I can't believe it's 2022 and we're still looking at these. Jaden Rashada, 2022 product. It is. Previously played for Arizona State Sun Devils and for the Georgia Bulldogs. Now on the Georgia Bulldogs. He is 21. He was a redshirt freshman. Second best available transfer 12 hours ago. So he's in for a transfer. So he could be a dude to pay attention to. All right, Trey McBride, Arizona. That's a nice one. 3 out of 25 going out to Donnie to go along with his Kyler Murray. And our last one is going to be old timer Dwight Stevenson as a 1 of 1. Is that Miami? Dwight Stevenson, 1 of 1. Offensive lineman for the Miami Dolphins. Double check, make sure. Yep, only Miami Dolphins for 9 seasons. Round 2, pick 48 in the 1980 draft. 5-time Pro Bowler, first-time 4-time first-team All-Pro. He was the NFL Man of the Year in 1985. He's in the Dolphins Walk of Fame. 2-time national champion. 100th anniversary all-time team. Baller, man. Baller. Drafted by Don Shula. 101 for Miami Dolphins. John Stevener. There you go. All right, guys, let's recap. We'll do 2 $5 hit list credits. And then also, by the way, BT Dubs, we'll be doing more this weekend. We're going to try to be hitting some serial numbers, too. Some of that, kind of look for some Jaden Daniels. I think it's the best way to do some of those Jaden Daniels products. So be on the lookout for that. Dante Pettis out of 99. Brock Bowers rookie. The Jeremiah Trotter Orange Disco. Tip Ryman. Malik Neighbors Rockout. Brock Bowers by Storm. And a nice J.J. McCarthy rated rookie there. We had the Aiden O'Connell out of 75 going out to the Las Vegas Raiders. Scott Ripley getting that one. The Julian Love for the Giants, now on the Seahawks, but all-pro dude, right? Christine getting that one. Rookie contenders ticket. Jordan Ellis for the Cincinnati Bengals going out to Don Wiley. He got the Bengals. He got his PC. For the Browns, Mac Wilson, Cleveland Browns going out to Joseph Taylor. Joanne Williams for the New England Patriots going out to Carl. He used some of his $100 credit he won from Fantasy on that. Tyson Bagent for the Chicago Bears. Trey Forsman getting that one. Cool looking card. And then we had 2 swatches, both for the Miami Dolphins. Devin Chan and Jalen Wright going out to Stevener. He was not done because he also hit this 1 of 1 Dwight Stevenson. And Trey McBride for the Arizona Cardinals going out to Donnie Norris. But the Cardinals weren't done either because he hit this rookie ticket for the Arizona Cardinals. Very, very cool. And before we go anywhere, we got to random these up. So we'll start with this one and then we'll go to the Rashada. Everyone's eligible. We do one at a time. They will count as hit towards hit list. So let's get that all set up here. On the Miamis, if John wants me to, John, let me know if you want a sticker on it, dude. There's a Kyler Murray. I got a sticker on this one. Dude, I probably have to give some like bonus credit out for that. Guessing the 101 Dwight Stevenson. That would be wild. Wes always comes in and guesses Doug Flutie. So, and my brother guesses weird names too. So, here we go. First one up, it's going to be Tyler Van Dyke, min roll 5. Here we go. It's going to be Kansas City Chiefs getting the card. I think that was rigged. Kansas City Chiefs getting that one. That's going to go out to James Rea. All right, next one up. Let's do it. It's going to be the Rashada next. All right, John, you can always let me know if you would like one. Or, you know what? If you get one and you want me to add one in for you, like Jamie does, so you can use it on a cooler card, I'm more than willing to cut one off for you. I just don't know if you want it on the Dwight Stevenson, but I can throw one in for you. Just got to message me and remind me. Jaguars is going to get it. That's going to be John Stevener. I'd probably have do a better job putting it on this. All right, now we're going to do 2 $5 credits. Good luck, everyone. Yeah, like I said, Steven, or if you want one for another card that you have, just let me know. I can cut one up. I've done that for Jamie before, too. Top 2 win 2 $5 hitless credits. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's going to be the New Orleans Saints, San Francisco 49ers. Robert McCurdy and Jason Mello. I hope I'm saying New Orleans a lot after this week. Dude, if we make it to the Super Bowl, didn't I say at the beginning of the season if we win the Super Bowl I would jump through a table live? I'm already going to get a tattoo. Dude, I will do both of those things live. So, let's go Buffalo. I hope, man. I just won before I die. I don't know if I'll get many more years to experience it the way my life's going, so. All right, guys, I appreciate y'all very much. Thanks for jumping in. Thanks for tuning in. Like I said, we'll be back tomorrow with some serial numbers, maybe another small break like this. Saturday, hoping to do some whatnot. So, love y'all. Let's go Buffalo.